What's up? This is Cool Flicks 101. I'm your man David Rogers, and in today's video, we're gonna have a tribute to a film legend, to a Los Angeles legend, writer, producer, director, John Singleton. In 1991, John Singleton debuted a film that uncovered the escalating gang violence that was plaguing the Los Angeles inner city. That film was called Boyz N the Hood. John Singleton was the first African American ever nominated for an Academy Award in the category of Best Director. He was also the youngest overall nominated for a Best Director award. Just because I'm from Los Angeles doesn't mean that I was just going to just wing it. I actually did want to know how John Singleton became a legend at 24 years old. And it was 4 key things caught my attention that I wanted to share with you. Number one, he really did study his craft. He was a film student at USC, of course, but he studied all the filmmakers that had the big names, and he studied their camera movements, not camera tricks, but camera movements that would help move the story forward.
I had no experience before I did Boyz N the Hood. And I'm talking to other filmmakers like Francis Coppola and see like Martin Scorsese's work, who's a brilliant filmmaker, right? But a lot of what Marty Scorsese did in his early work and some of his later work is all from great filmmakers.
Number two, he understood the story he was trying to tell. He understood his demographic, and he knew that he was telling his story to a certain group of people.
Boyz N the Hood wasn't made for everybody. It was made for like a young black audience that buys hip-hop records. But I knew that if I got as universal as possible, it would cross over.
The more specific about a culture that you were in your storytelling, that gave it the potential to go universal because you were specific to a certain niche in that culture. And he used that as a stepping stone to a global audience. There was no possibility of selling out. John Singleton is on record saying that Boyz N the Hood was a story he was born to tell. So I ask you, as an aspiring filmmaker, are you writing a story or are you producing a product that you were born to produce? Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that you're not going to be able to tell a story that you were born to tell every time, but just using that philosophy as a platform is going to make you a better storyteller.
Remember, no one is going to treat you special just because you are black.
Or white. Or Hispanic. Or Indian. Or Asian.
You're not a baby no more, Jody. You need to grow up.
Introduction of the Oedipus complex. Vin Rames explained to Jody that he had an Oedipus complex where he thought that his mother was actually his woman.
Fuck you laughing at? You spoiled ass. No need, he need to hear this. You need to check yourself. Oh, you know what your problem is, baby boy? You got an Oedipus complex. You want your mama to be your woman, but this is my woman.
Okay, Melvin.
My woman.
All right, that's enough. Come on. Shh. It's okay, come on.
And that is a key definition to be brought forward in the form of a film, especially a film concerning black males and the crib and so forth and so on. And he said he wrote that story for Tupac Shakur, but Jody, played by Tyrese, you know, he knocked that out of the park. And concerning the argument about the house, solidified it for me. Now, I would love to see how Tupac Shakur handled it, but that movie is already legendary with Tyrese as a star.
So you gonna kick me out? What you gonna kick me out for, mama, to be with this nigga? You don't even know him. And what you mean leave the nest? You ain't never left the nest. This grandma's house. I ain't gotta leave the nest if you ain't never left it. That's what I'm talking about, man.
If you're a creator, if you're a writer, if you're a filmmaker, or you're a creator of any kind, hit the subscribe button, man. Support our community, leave comments, and say what you say, and do what you do, and keep creating, man. And don't forget, like John Singleton said, create something that you were born to create.